Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today we are continuing Morrowind. So in the last video, we helped our friend Ajira over at the Mages Guild in Balmora win her bet with Galbadir as to which of the two of them would be the first to reach the journeyman rank in the guild. And right now, we are in the town of Saran because we're here to collect a debt for the Fighters Guild as part of one of their quests. Who am I looking for again? Fighters Guild. Helviane Dezel over in Saran. 200 gold, and return it to Adis Fire Eye. Alright, what do we have? The Outfitter, and the House of Earthly Delights. Maybe that'd be worth visiting in a few minutes. Let me talk to this guy, though.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Alright. Red Mountain spreads ash and blight. Sinners gather at the house. The time of the incarnate is at hand. What do you know about Red Mountain? Red Mountain is the great volcano in the center of Vvardenfell Island, which Vvardenfell is the actual name of the island that the game takes place on. Morrowind is the whole region, which includes some of the mainland. The crater of Red Mountain is called the Dagoth-Ur region, where Dagoth-Ur and his evil servants dwell. The Tribunal Temple built the ghost fence around Red Mountain to imprison Dagoth-Ur and his servants, and to protect Morrowind from the blight storms that issue from Dagoth-Ur's crater. Well, who's Dagoth-Ur? Dagoth-Ur is the evil immortal enemy of the Tribunal Temple cult. The temple holds Dagoth-Ur and his hosts accountable for all the evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoth-Ur dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin, called ash vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. So far in the game, nobody has really mentioned this, I don't think, but the ramblings of this guy are actually a lot more pertinent to the main quest than you would realize. He does not have Dezel or Helviane Dezel in his topics. What about places? The temple is at the south end of town, and the Siltstrider port is to the north. The Fields of Kumu pilgrimage site is southeast of town, and the Shrine of Molag Bal is north. The farms and plantations of the Ascadian Isles lie southeast across Lake Masobi, except for Eula's Manor across the lake west of Saran. Arvel Manor, Arano Plantation, Grabagrat Plantation, and Dren Plantation are southwest across the lake. To visit them, you swim, fly, or water walk. There's no convenient bridges. Great. Someone in particular? Alinu Seren is the priest in the Saran Temple. Avon Oran of Oran Manor is the House Hlalu Lord of Saran. Ashumanu Aracia is publican of Saran Trade House. Helviane Dezel is publican of Dezel's House of Earthly Delights. Great! Navina... there's just a whole bunch of other names that I don't think matter at the moment, but now we know where we need to go in town, which is actually the House of Earthly Delights. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember this place. Dancing ladies in their underwear. Oh Jesus.
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
And there's skooma right here on the table, too. Oh, here we go.
You have questions?
Oh, slavery, I see. Yeah, because she's wearing one of those bracers like the slaves wear in the caverns. Helviane Dezel. Welcome to my house, Argonian. Make yourself at home. What about debt money? I don't see why it's any business of yours. I don't like speaking of these things with my friends, much less someone I hardly know. Well, what if I gave you a bit of money? I try to run a respectable business, and the Kimona Tong keeps asking for this money for my safety. What is it really for? To keep me safe from Orvas Dren's thugs? That's what it's for, and I'm not paying it. How much do I have? I have a ridiculous amount of money. I wonder if I actually have the option of paying this debt myself. Let me make a saved game. And then I'm going to head back to Balmora and see if I even have the option of just paying Adis FireEye directly out of pocket. And if so, where am I going? Balmora. Oh.
We make a special trip just for you. Say low price.
Ah, shit.
I could feel that blood. Those boots are
Let me just unstick myself. Which, that is the only times I'm going to be using the console to cheat, is when I get myself stuck between things. Somebody's got a cold or something.
I'm ready for anything. Go ahead.
Jesus. Did you recover that debt money from Dizelle yet? Or have you just been wasting my time? Well... Helviane Dizelle runs a corner club in Saran. She owes Manos Othreleth, one of our clients, 200 septims. Bring this money to me and I'll let you keep half of it. Damn it, I can't pay it myself. Yeah, I don't... Damn it. Alright, looks like I'm reloading back in Dizelle's place.
Can you ask your question quickly? I must be going.
Maybe I can make her even happier? One last try. Okay. Alright, you've convinced me. Here's the 200 gold. Take it and tell those thugs to leave me alone. Alright. Well, technically, you could say that I paid this debt myself because I gave her about 400 gold just so she would give me 200 gold. And, if I remember right, Adis FireEye said she would pay me half of it, so, in fact, I'm only getting 100 gold back.
Why walk when you can run?
There you go, my athletics went up. But athletics is not within... Wow, it's already 25. Yeah, the higher my athletics goes, the faster my character will be moving from place to place, which is going to be very helpful for a Let's Play series. If this was me just streaming the game like my friend Morty does on occasion, then it wouldn't be so bad, because at least then there would be chat to talk
Aren't
to.
you a sight? What can I do for you?
Well, I've got some debt money. Do you have the 200 septims Dizelle owes our client? Yes, here it is. Good work, Climbs and Hides. Here's your share. Alright, so she took 200 and gave me 100. Alright, advancement. More experience. I do not have high enough skills to become a journeyman, which kinda sucks, because I've been doing plenty of jobs for him. I have a bounty contract for the orc Dura Grabal. This orc is an outlaw, living openly in a house here in Balmora. I have a contract here that says 250 septims are yours if you bring her to justice. Dura Grabal. Right, do I have that on my map yet? Etan, Vori, Carlith, Sia. Oh, there we go. Dura Grabal's house. There are 3 entrances.
Where is that slave? Do you want something?
No, sir. Just walking through town. I do have a feeling that I might be getting into a fight here. So I am going to take a quick nap outside of Dura's house. After saving my game, of course. Because... Jesus. I'm extremely nervous now about having a assassin show up whenever I decide to wait. Hello? Is anyone home? All the way up here, huh?
Say your business.
Welcome to Balmora, council seat of House Hlalu. How can I serve you? Well, there is... Wait a minute. You're Alright, there we go. Yeah, what? You're wasting my time. Fighters Guild. No, that just tells me where the Fighters Guild is. Wait a minute. I don't... An outlaw, but I don't even have any mention of it to talk to them. Well, there is a bounty on your head, so, you've chosen your own death. Go away, I'm not listening to you. What is this tiresome noise? Alright. I believe you have to be at high persuasion, plus I should be getting all this money back once I kill them. You're wasting your breath. If you're looking for a fight, you're likely to find one. You would lose. Come on. That does it. Here we go.
Escape while you can.
Oh. Hold on. I think I need some health.
I have no more quarrel with you.
What?
I have no more quarrel with you.
Yeah, well, the Fighters Guild has quarrel with you. Alright. See, ooh, now I can get 5 uses out of that ring. Alright, there is all of my gold back. And, well, might as well check to see if there's anything worth taking here. Good old alchemy stuff. $30 silver darts. That ain't bad. Yeah, that goes out to Balmora. That's their upstairs. Why the hell does this person... Huh. You know, that's another one of those things where a memory from back when I played this as a kid came back to me. I vaguely remembered something about this shelf. So now we have her key. But because I do enjoy getting experience... Alright, maybe I'll try a journeyman pick. There we go. 75 gold. And not much else. Nothing in the way of good booze. And just a lot of knickknacks. Give me my spear back. And then back to the Fighters Guild once more. Now, hopefully, now that I think of it, hopefully she wasn't needed for some other quest. But I should be fine anyway, because she attacked me. I am a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagoth calls you, climbs and hides, and you cannot deny your lord. The 6th house is risen, and Dagoth is its glory. Dagoth, he is the lord and the father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams, shall sweep our land clean of the Enwa. Why have you denied him? As Lord Dagoth said, all shall greet him as flesh or as dust. And the 6th house? The 6th house, the sleeping house, House Dagoth, the house of Lord Dagoth, the true house, the one house to welcome all true Dunmer, and drive the Enwa from our land. Take heed, Outlander, the day of reckoning is at hand. Take what you can, and leave our place, for when Lord Dagoth comes, this will be no place for you.
Say what you want or go away.
I'm trying to go away, guy. You're the one that's stopping me in the middle of the street with your crazy ramblings.
Now here's one who can hold their own. How are you?
Well, I'm alright. I just murdered somebody. Give me the status on Dura Grabal. Surely you haven't botched up this mission, have you? Have I botched anything yet, woman? I heard that Dura Grabal is dead. Here's your 250 septims. Alright. Well, I know I can't advance, but what about more orders? I don't have orders for anyone under the rank of Protector. Find out what you need for advancement. The guild stewards at Vivek City, Sadrith Mora, or Aldruin might have some work for you in the meantime. Alright, so Aldruin,
Do you want something?
just to get away from you, Flat Top. So I'm pretty sure the Mages Guild also mentioned Aldruin, and the Thieves Guild might as well. I'm going to check back in with the Thieves Guild and see, because if so, then Aldruin might be my next stop for when I feel like doing quests for the main three.
Welcome, friend.
I'm
Hail.
listening.
Good friend, this is an honor.
Love the way Khajiit talk in this game. What is it, Black Cap? You looking for jobs? Yep. Ingoth the Jeweler in Aldruin. In a place called Rat in the Pot. I think the Thieves Guild, because they're not technically like a normal guild, like the Mages Guild or the Fighters Guild are, they always hang out in bars and taverns. Big Helende and Sadrith Mora. Yeah, and Dirty Muriel's Corner Club. I love the names of them. Alright, so Aldruin will be my next stop.
How do you do?
Sorry for just leaving mid-sentence there, Satild. But I've got places to go and shirtless spy masters to see.
Hello there. How are you?
Jesus, he seems happy to see me now. He kind of looks like Agent Coulson from the Avengers movies. Are you here to discuss your orders, Climbs and Hides, or is there something else you want? Well, you told me to hang around in town for a while before you gave me more orders. I've thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivek City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th house. First, I want you to speak to Adhiranir, a Khajiit Thieves Guild operative. Second, I want you to speak with Halea, an Argonian in the Morag Tong. Finally, I want you to speak with Mera Milo, a temple priestess. Here, I've written the details down so you won't forget, and here's 200 drakes for bribes and other expenses. Nerevarine... Oh, I think I already talked about this, but I'll say it anyway. Some Dunmer believe that an orphan and an outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents, will one day unite all the tribes of the Dunmer, drive out the invaders of Morrowind, and re-establish the ancient laws and customs of the Dark Elven nations. They call this orphan and outcast the Nerevarine, and say the Nerevarine will be a reincarnation of the long-dead Dunmer general and first counselor, Lord Indoril Nerevar. In the 6th house. A trusted informant says there are a secret cult associated with some strange events recently, and, more important, my informant thinks these recent disturbances are related in some way to the Nerevarine prophecies. The illiterate Ashlanders... the illiterate Ashlanders pass down their customs and history in the form of poetic verses. Among the things they preserve in verse are the dreams and prophetic visions of their wise women, in particular the verses that foretell the coming of the Nerevarine. But I don't know much about it. That's why I'm sending you to find out. Alright, well tell me about Adherenir. Adherenir is a khajiit and a Thieves Guild operative. You'll find her in St. Olm's Canton in Vivek. Be careful what you say and use common sense. People in the cantons are suspicious of outsiders, and you have to win or purchase their confidence. Halea? Halea is an Argonian and a Morag Tong assassin. You'll find him in Vivek at the Black Shulk Corner Club in the lower wasteworks of the Foreign Quarter. In addition to his other skills, Halea is also known around Vivek as a student of history and a lover of books and old things. The Morag Tong is a guild of executioners and assassins, completely legal and guided by a strict code of conduct. It's the ancient Dunmer society, steeped in tradition, but I know and respect a few Westerners... I know and respect a few Westerners who belong to the Morag Tong. They are nothing like the Dark Brotherhood. I have no idea how to join them. Oh yeah, I vaguely do remember you can join the Morag Tong, but I think it's entirely possible for them to have you kill people that are related to other quests. I know in Skyrim, once you join the Dark Brotherhood, like, I don't think any of the people involved in their quests are ones from other guilds or the main quest, but they might have little side quests that you will break if you end up killing them off. What about Mera Milo? Mera Milo is a temple priestess who works in the libraries at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. Jesus. She's a friend, so be careful and don't get her in trouble. The temple is suspicious of outlanders and wouldn't be happy to find Mera talking with you about religious matter. She'll be easy to spot. Look for the priestess with the copper hair and copper eyes. Alright. So I've got 3 people over in Vivek that he wants me to talk to. Alright. Yeah, so I guess I might as well head over to Vivek now, which I was never a big fan of the town of Vivek back in the days when I played this on the original Xbox. Partially because at that age, it was a lot easier for me to get lost, and that town, even though it was just so big that it was easy to lose my way. And the other reason being that it was such a big thing to load that there were times that the game would just completely freeze up just being around the city. So 22 gold to head over to Vivek.
Why walk when you can ride?
Well, because sometimes people don't want to ride in gigantic bugs that are probably in endless pain from having part of their body carved out for a seat. Alright, so this is Vivek. This is just one of what they call cantons, which I guess are kind of... I'll come around the corner to show you. It's kind of like a giant floating chunk of city. This is just one of them, and I believe Vivek is made up of... Does it show on the world? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... I want to say there's like 9 of these gigantic cantons. So it is extremely easy. And of course the banners are so high you can't even read them. These things are so... The city is so big that there are these guys, which are... These guys, they let you travel just between the different cantons. They're like little boats that go just between them. So Arena, Hlalu, or Telvanni. Each of the 3 great houses that are remaining have their own canton in the area. Then there's the arena, the foreign quarter. Destination. I can carry you by gondola, that's the word I couldn't think of, to the arena in the center of Vivek, to Hlaalu compound to the west, or Talvani to the east.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Well, first I want to see where I am now. Yeah, that brings you upstairs. Oh, wait. Here we go. Foreign quarter. One of the people was in the foreign quarter, right? Halea is in the foreign quarter. So somewhere in this area is Halea. Lower Wasteworks. I'm pretty sure that's... Yep, Lower Wasteworks. The Black Shulk Corner Club. These guys are the guards here in Vivek, and they are wearing medium armor. If you're playing the game, you have to be very careful, because if you ever put on, I believe, their helmet or their chest piece, you will make them angry, and they will never stop being angry. They will consistently be trying to kill you. Upper Wasteworks. Oh, the Black Shulk.
You talk too much. Do you want something?
Well, I'm here to talk
Prey approaches.
The prey. I welcome you as a friend of my friend, Climbs and Hides, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in my way. I have tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear there will be violence. Perhaps if you speak with them, but be careful and be ready. Friend's bookshelf. Bookstore. My friend Jobasha the Khajiit has a bookstore, Jobasha's Rare Books. If you will agree to travel together with me there, I will answer your questions. But before we go, I beg you to try and persuade these troublesome fools to leave us alone. Otherwise, I fear they will attack us the moment we go to leave. The sight of a free Argonian offends these racist thugs. It would tarnish my Morag Tong honor to slay them, and I don't want to trouble my friend Saralis Golmis by fighting in his club. But I must go to my friend's bookstore, where we can talk in peace. If you have a way with words, perhaps you can talk to them, or if you have a way with money, they might be bought. Otherwise, I fear there may be bloodshed. Alright, well first, I'm gonna save... just to make sure that no other assassins show up. And I'm going to get my fatigue back.
What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
Ethis Seville. Am I talking to you, Fetcher? No, I'm talking to the filthy lizard, so push off. What are you, some kind of filthy lizard lover? You want to give your little friend a big kiss? How about I grudgingly... convince you to leave him alone. Blah, blah, blah. He can stay here forever for all I care. Not my problem. Well, that's one down.
Go ahead.
Favil Gobar. Alright, alright. Who gives a damn about a filthy lizard anyway? Get out of here, we won't bother you. Look, just keep the lizards away from me and everything will be just fine. I guess I only have to bribe the one of them.
Speak, traveler.
Irvin Davor. Fine, it's just a filthy lizard anyway, nothing to get upset about. We'll leave him alone. Go on, get out before we change our minds. I don't care. They leave me alone, I leave them alone. Well, that worked fine. Are we ready to travel together to Jobasha's Rare Books? When we arrive at my friend's bookstore, I will answer your questions there. Will you travel together with me to Jobasha's Rare Books? We leave the door to the Foreign Quarter Wasteworks, turn right, west, continue down the hall and across the atrium on the same level, then follow the opposite corridor west on the other side of the atrium all the way to Jobasha's door. I must warn you, unless these troublesome fools are persuaded to behave like civilized beings, there may be fighting and killing if we try to travel together. Alright, well, that part's fine. We leave the door to the Foreign Quarter Wasteworks. Oh, we leave the door of this place, I guess, to go to the Wasteworks. Turn right, west, continue down the hall and across the atrium on the same level. Alright, thank you, Climbs and Hides. I will follow you to Jobasha's Rare Books, where we can speak further there.
Speak, traveler. Quickly, Outlander.
Alright. Okay, so we left the door. Head west. Topics. Where's J? Jobash's? No. F for Friends Bookstore? There we go. Alright, I gotta look for travel together. West, continue down the hall and across the atrium on the same level, and follow the opposite corridor west on the other side, all the way to Jobash's door. Alright, so it looks like it's just down here.
Let's not make this official, Outlander. What do you want? Probably nothing.
There's an apothecary. Alchemist. Here we go. Jobash's rare books.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. Now, I said I'd tell you about the Nerevarine cult, so you can report back to Caius. And I don't know of any six-house cult, but I can tell you what I do know. Alright, the cult. To understand the Nerevarine cult, you must understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to the Dunmer of the Great Houses. You should also know about the persecution of the Nerevarine and the legacy of the false incarnate. For the Nerevarine cult is at the heart of the ancient conflict between the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Great House Dunmer. Here is a summary for Caius, but ask your questions and I'll answer in detail. Alright, yeah, and I know this video is going to run a little long, but I want to get through these topics without, before ending the video. In the first era, the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Dunmer clans were much alike, but after the First Council and the formation of the Great Houses, Ashlanders have been steadily forced into the poorest and most hostile lands. Now the nomadic tribes look to the prophesied return of Nerevar as for a restoration of their ancient rites and religious traditions. Persecution. The temple treats the Nerevarine prophecies as heresy, and the temple imprisons and executes heretics unless prevented by imperial law. But since the Nerevarine cult is hostile to the Empire does not interfere when the temple persecutes the cult. Ashlanders hate the temple, and particularly the Ordinators, for their ruthless treatment of Nerevarine cultists. The Ordinators are those guards in Vivec that I was talking about. False incarnate. In the past, some have claimed to be the reincarnated Nerevar. The most recent is known as Peakstar, a figure of legend among the waste tribes for the last 30 years. The temple says these false incarnates disprove the prophecies, since the false incarnates fail and come to nothing. But the mystical Nerevarine cult glorifies rather than shrinks from contradictions, citing the appearance of failed incarnates as certain proof of Nerevar's coming rebirth. Jesus. And then Sixth House. I've never heard of such a thing. House Dagoth was the Sixth House, but in the War of the First Council, they betrayed the other great houses and were destroyed for their treason. But I've never heard of anyone worshipping them. Dagoth the ancient head of House Dagoth, is the devil of the tribunal faith, but I've never heard of anyone worshipping him either. Jesus Christ.
What does it ask?
I want you to get out of my body. Alright, so that's all that this particular informant has to say, and now we've got two other people to talk to in Vivec, but that's going to have to wait for the next video. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.